Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Weed Cap. I'm your host, Caleb. With me, as always, is my fiance, Lauren. Lauren, say hello to the folks at home.
Hey, guys.
Guys, we have got new microphone stands, so you shouldn't hear any cord jangling. I've been working on the audio a little bit. I'm using some audio settings. Let me know if you like them. A little bit of housekeeping before we get into the movie of the week, because the movie of the week will come up this week. That's how bad it was. I just want to say that we do have a Facebook group for the show now. A couple people had messaged me previously and said we should do some sort of group. There is a Reddit. You can go to r/theweedcap. I post there the episodes there at least sporadically. You can find us on Facebook at the Weed Cap Very Good Social Club. That is the Weed Cap Very Good Social Club to interact with like-minded Weed Cap fans.
Yeah.
The movie this week, guys, is not good.
Just a random movie we watched.
It stars one of Lauren. When Lauren and I first started dating 10 years ago now, we gave each other each 2 celebrity hall passes. Mm-hmm. Lauren used she hasn't used them to my knowledge, but one of her hall passes is the star in this movie. Lauren, why don't you go ahead and...
I can't even remember what the movie's called.
The movie,
oh, it's Jason Bateman.
Yes, Jason. She used Paul Rudd, and Jason Bateman. Now, I understand Paul Rudd. I see Paul Rudd and I go, I might use...
don't know why Jason Bateman was... I don't even remember.
I see Paul Rudd, I go, I might use a hall pass on Paul Rudd. I see Jason Bateman and I go, what was she thinking? And I don't
remember that.
I don't mean to yuck your yum.
Well, in this movie, he looked like a leather turtle.
A leather turtle. He's always had a very turtly mouth.
No, for real. But now as he's aged, he looks wrinkled and leathered.
He's got a lot of... That's what aging does, but I don't think he looked good when he was 20. No offense.
I don't know why I thought that.
That's okay.
The movie The Sweetest Thing, I think, was like where I saw young Jason Bateman.
Mm-hmm. Where he was wearing a bucket hat and had scruff.
Yeah, for some reason, I guess that was it. I don't know, dude. I really don't know.
No,
it's hard to say.
That's fine. Who did I pick? I picked Anna Kendrick.
Yeah, and who was the second one? I can't remember.
Zooey Deschanel, but specifically Zooey Deschanel in the movie Elf. Yes. Right. I need the stockings, the stripes, the Christmas attire.
Christmas spirit.
I put that above Anna Kendrick, just so everybody knows.
Well, yeah.
So, guys, the movie this week, Carry On, a Netflix movie, Carry On, starring Jason Bateman.
And really no one else. Oh, wait, no, Uncle Hank. Uncle Hank from Breaking Bad.
His name's Dean Norris, I believe. Just one of the worst movies I've ever seen. Now,
it really wasn't good.
This movie was so bad that our typical pre-show beer or seltzer has been foregone.
No, we actually had to cut right to straight liquor.
We had, guys, and we haven't done it yet.
No, you're about to hear it.
This is about to hear it. Lauren, we got a handle of Tito's here. Lauren, go ahead and take your shot. I'll talk to the folks at home. I'm going to narrate it.
Just so you know, I do have a 0 sugar wild cherry and cream Pepsi to chase it with.
Go ahead.
If you haven't tried that flavor, by the way, you really should because it is delicious.
Here we go.
Okay, wait. Do
Lauren
you want to clink
reaches
me or nothing?
What?
I'll clink myself.
Yeah, I don't care about you clinking. Lauren takes the shot. Here she goes. Down the hatch. She wipes it. She wipes her mouth, and she takes a sip of the Pepsi. All good to go. I guess it's my turn before we talk about this abortion. This movie should have been aborted in its infancy. Pardon me.
They say Tito's doesn't have a taste, but that's bullshit.
You think Tito's has a taste? I'm about to find out.
Straight up rubbing alcohol.
I am about to find out for myself.
Hold
Lauren,
on, I need another sip of Pepsi.
Oh, Lauren needs a sip of Pepsi here. She needs a sip of Pepsi. We thought it'd be...
I'm a pussy. I don't know.
We thought it would be really fun for you guys to hear us take these shots, and then as it's happening, I'm like, oh, this was so stupid.
This is so stupid. Okay, go on.
We'll talk about this in the Facebook group. All right, go ahead, narrate it.
He's lifting his shot glass. It's grazing his lips, and he's tossing it back, and no sign of shudder or anything.
Nope.
I had a little... She doesn't even need a chaser?
No, I don't need a chaser, and that's because I come from a family of alcoholics and substance abusers. No, your dad's not an alcoholic. Your dad's not...
My grandfather was. His dad.
Yeah, that skips a generation.
So it's after me? After we do shots at 1 p.m. on a Sunday?
All right. Well, it's got to be 1 p.m. That's when we record. Every Sunday, we sit down at 1 p.m. on the dot. As everybody knows, we're very regimented with our recording and posting schedules.
Yeah, you guys know that.
So I'll give you guys a little hint. So here's what's going on is that this guy, Ethan Kopech, receives so basically Jason Bateman is facilitating getting some sort of nerve agent onto a plane. It's fucking horrible. What I'd like to
kill the commissioner or somebody.
What I'd like to talk about this week before we even talk, I mean, this movie was, I say this a lot. It's a running gag for me to say, hey, this is the worst movie I've ever seen if I don't like a movie.
Yeah.
I mean, every time we watch a movie that I didn't like, I say, oh, this is the worst movie. It's a bit.
Yeah.
This is legitimately the worst movie I've seen in 10 years.
Acting was horrible.
The acting was horrible. Jason Bateman looked
the weird
turtly.
Scenes. There was like some scenes where like it was like hyper focused on the characters and the camera was like strange. I don't know.
Yeah, it was not good. At one point, one of the gentlemen who's been taken hostage mentions his husband, which is not good because he was a man. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. That was fine. I'd like to talk about real quick something that's really getting my gears. That's not movie related. I'm going to bring this up.
Is it me?
No, It's not you this time.
Okay.
It is that since we've been doing the podcast, and we have a series, guys, inside the studio here, Reedcap Studios.
In our condo.
We have a series of Christmas lights around we have it's a vibe.
It's called an aesthetic.
Yes, it's an aesthetic. We have a very movie night vibe. We got a bunch of Christmas lights all over the ceiling. It's a very fun place to be when you're high on edibles or high on anything else.
Most of the time,
and that's what we've cultivated here. We've dealt with a Swedish designer who came in and she was like, "What do you want here?"
And then she left me her candy.
Yes, and she left Lauren a bunch of Swedish candy. So we've got quite a bit of electricity going through here, at which I pay a premium price for. Every month, I pay BG&E hundreds of dollars for the product they've sold me. Okay, so tell me why they turn around and send me emails guilting me for how much electricity we're using. That's like
it's a crisis right now.
That's like if you went to McDonald's and you ordered a Big Mac and they're like, "Ooh, we're gonna sell it to you, but do you need it?" That's what maybe they should be doing that. Maybe they should be doing that.
Well, that's the problem is that we have free will.
Yes.
And so BG&E needs to shove it up their ass because it's our free will to spend as much of that electricity as our fucking electric items need.
Yeah, I think it's ridiculous. I'm sorry. There's someone outside right now that I've never seen before. Somebody is working. Oh, their shoe came off. Somebody is outside of our place.
I hate it.
They have no dog.
No shoe?
No dog. Their shoe came off. They're walking through the snow.
What?
Yes, that was. Who is that man?
I've never. Like a dog?
If you want, I've never seen that man before in my life. A goateed man walking through the snow with one shoe.
Where's he going?
I don't know. Probably Foot Locker to get a second shoe. Now he's going that way. I don't know what the fuck that was. I don't care. Sorry for the folks at home. So anyways, BG&E, I was trying to figure out a way that I could call them and get them looped in here, you know? I was trying to get them on the horn so people could hear. I'm still working on that.
There's a crisis in Maryland. So many people are pissed about their BG&E bills going up and being like astronomically high. Have you seen it on the online communities? Have you heard about it?
What are you, fucking Jay Leno? Have you seen this? Have you heard of this?
No, be so serious.
No, I don't know.
keep asking you about the BG&E bills because like people are complaining about it online.
No.
Any of our Maryland listeners, you let me know if you're experiencing this.
No, our BG&E bill is fine. I'm on budget billing.
I know people are on that too are complaining. I just feel like it's just a matter of time.
Well, we're fine.
Clearly not. They're telling us we're using too much.
Well, they keep going like, here's an energy efficient neighbor, right? It's like a graph. They're like, here's an energy efficient neighbor, and it's like just a tiddlywink. And then they're like, here's an average neighbor, and it's like a middle of the road. And they're like, and here's you. And we're, no, I swear to God, we're a cunt hair under maximum usage. which is like, what is maximum? You're taking my money for the electricity. Why
does it matter?
What do you care? You're lucky I don't have a grow operation running in here. You're so lucky I don't have a grow tent.
That's probably what it is that I do have a lot of plant lights.
Yeah, you do have a lot of plant lights.
Of plants.
Yes,
not illegal plants, just regular house plants.
Fucking monsteras.
I have a huge monstera.
I swear to God, our living room looks like a Vietnam flashback. I feel like I'm walking through the jungle in fucking Full Metal Jacket. It's crazy. There's plants everywhere.
We also have a terrible infestation of fungus gnats because of our plants.
Yes, there are in the summer there are bugs. I've tried to get Lauren to take care of it. She can't.
I have to get rid of all my plants.
So here we go.
I have like 50, 60, 70 some plants.
Yes, there's too many plants. So here's the synopsis, okay? 2 Russians have smuggled Novichok, which is a...
Should we do another shot?
Yeah, pour one up. Pour up. Drank.
I fucking hate this movie.
Headshot. Drank. Novichok. Drank.
Oh my God, we should do a game where every time you mention a certain character... No, not Novichok though, because that bitch is in there. Wait, what's his name? Kodak?
Novichok
Kodak
is the...
Black?
Novichok is the fucking nerve agent from this movie, Lauren. Pour the shot and let me talk the synopsis, please.
Let me cock that.
2 Russians have smuggled a nerve agent, Novichok, into the USA, and they hand it off to the Traveler. Now, that's Jason Bateman's character.
He never has a name. It's just the Traveler.
One smuggler is killed by the nerve agent, and the Traveler shoots the second, then burns both their bodies before escaping with the Novichok. The Novichok is packed in a travel-sized suitcase that can fit into the overhead bin of a passenger plane. Spoiler alert, it can't.
It can't.
That's the crux of the movie is that they measured wrong at the end and it can't fit into an overhead compartment. Ethan Kopech, who's played by Taron Egerton. By the way, what a horrible name, Taron.
Did you say his last name was Edgerton?
Egerton. Taron. His
first name is Taron?
Taron. He has a brother, Rippin. The Rippin and the Taron. Yes, the Rippin and the Taron. The Wild Women.
The Wild Women.
The Rippin and the Taron. So Ethan Kopech, played by Taron, is a 30-year-old Transportation Security Administration officer at Los Angeles International Airport, also known as LAX.
TA. That's what TA stands for. Transportation.
TSA. What are you? Is everything okay? Are you all right? So he's become cynical and unambitious after failing to get into the police academy.
Yeah, he had dreams and he failed because he lied.
He concealed his father's criminal history. They ask, hey, have you... By the way, this will surprise the listeners at home.
Yeah, go ahead, tell him. Tell him your history. I'm going to take a shot.
Yeah, this will surprise the listeners at home. You know who else has taken a police polygraph?
Me. No, I'm just kidding.
This guy.
Caleb.
This guy, Caleb, has taken a police polygraph. I'll never forget. I had stopped doing drugs for a brief period before I met Lauren. I had stopped smoking weed. I don't know why I said every once in a while some cough syrup would find its way into my... Yeah, some psychedelics might find their way into my body.
He never did hard drugs, guys.
No, but so we would... I stopped. I had like 3 months of like, I'm gonna be a police officer. And so I went to the Baltimore City Police Department, by the way, were like... Inner City Baltimore Police Department. I'll never forget...
Why'd you have to go there?
The recruiter, Officer Bobby Marvel, because they would hire anyone.
Oh,
they were like,
you were like, if I go there, I'll probably...
I couldn't get into Baltimore County. I knew I wasn't going to get into Baltimore County.
Local.
Right, I wasn't getting any... But Baltimore City was like, we will take anybody who wants to be a police officer.
I see that.
You're all like, take a look around at your class here. 50% of you will be shot in the first year.
Oh my God.
They didn't. True, though. They didn't say that to us.
It's
but
scary.
I remember my grandfather, who was a Baltimore County cop. I thought I told him.
Thrilled.
I thought he was going to be very proud of me. I was like, Pop, I'm going to be a cop. And he was like, oh, that's incredible. Where? And I said, Baltimore City. And he was like, you're the dumbest person I've ever met. Why would you? I was like, damn, okay. So
I'm just trying to go with my chances.
Here's what they had us do. So you had to go into, first of all, you had to reach out to a recruiter. I don't know why I remember this, but the recruiter's name was Officer Bobby Marvel. Bobbie Marvel. Marvel.
I mean, that's specific.
Here's why I remember him. Because he had that thing that some dads have, where their fingernails grow curled over the end of their fingers. Do you know what I'm talking about?
That is called a clubbed fingernail.
No, I know what a clubbed nail is.
What are you talking
about? That dude Bruce, who painted cars at that small body shop I worked at, was an alcoholic and he was in liver failure, so he had clubbed fingernails.
What are you saying?
This guy's fingernails grew like horns up over the end of his fingers and onto the bottom. I mean, like,
I really feel like we're talking about the same.
We're not.
Well, then show me a picture of what you're talking about.
Okay, I will show you. So he had these clubbed fingernails.
So they are clubbed.
No, they weren't. See, you've got me all fucked up because you keep interrupting me to say dumb shit. Clubbed fingernails here. Hold on. Oh, here we go. Here's clubbed fingernails. That's a clubbed fingernail, okay?
Okay. Show me what you're talking about.
I'm going to show you. I'm going to post these on the fucking curled fingernail. Here we go. Yes. Boom, bing, bomb. Here you go, Lauren.
I'm getting schooled on nails.
Damn, I think this is the same thing.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, well, anyways.
Let the record show.
Yeah, well, he had some fingernails that curled down over, and they brought you in a class, okay? So I remember it was a Wednesday at like 8 o'clock. They're like, hey, Wednesday, 8 o'clock, you got to be at police headquarters in Baltimore City. So I went down, my stepfather dropped me off. I went up. They put you into like a classroom, right? And they give you a test. You're not allowed to talk to anybody, and it's like a written test. And I'm not a smart man. I am not a smart person. I've struggled my entire life with standardized tests outside of English. I was in like I know like English is my strength, but like science, math, directions, all of that stuff, not very good. So yeah. I go through this packet. By the way, the packet was like, here is some sketches of some African Americans.
What?
Yeah, and it's like, how would you describe them? You know, because you have to be like, oh, there's like a mid-30s African American.
Yeah, like wearing whatever.
Yeah, and yeah, they called them yams. By the way, the cops that I was yam, they'd be like, describe the yams,
what?
And I was like, what is a yam? And they're like, a young African male. They're like, that's all you're going to deal with down here. And I was like, what? That's like crazy.
There's definitely white people in Baltimore.
Oh, 100%. 100%. These were old racist white people.
That's fucked.
And by the way, I was like one of 3 white people in a class of 30. So like when I walked in, they were like, these are our guys. Yeah. Me and like the other white people. So and like I said, I've always been bad at standardized tests. I'm a fucking moron. I'm one of the stupidest people you could ever imagine.
You're bad. I think you have test anxiety.
So I flew through it, right? I turned it in. I was the first person to turn it in, and I let that you leave. They're like, all right, you're good to go.
Right.
And I was like, well, I'll never hear from them again. They called me the next day, and they're like, we need you to come in for a polygraph so we can move into the next cycle. And then I went in, took the polygraph. I failed the polygraph because they were like, when's the last time you used drugs? And I was like, describe drugs. And they were like, any sort of illegal or legal substance that you don't have a prescription for. And I was like, marijuana? And they were like, yeah, marijuana. And I was I was like, oh, well, it doesn't really matter because I haven't done those in years.
Caleb.
Yeah, it was so stupid. I probably would have failed a drug test had they taken my hair.
Right.
Like, yeah, it was so stupid.
Wait, but I wonder if you were just honest, like if they would have been like, well, fuck it, he's still white.
I think now...
That's fine. That's what you said. They wanted you because
you were
maybe.
White. I think nowadays you can just go down there and now with weed and stuff, I don't think psychedelics,
no.
I still wouldn't be good. But I think that if you go down there now and you're like, yeah, I smoke weed, they're like, well, just don't do it
it's just
on
like
the clock.
Now,
exactly.
Because it's
legal. I mean, it would have been terrifying. By the way, I was 125 pounds.
He was such a small man.
I wouldn't have been able to detain anybody. Those people down there
laughed in your face.
Yeah, it would have been terrible. I don't know.
We talked about that when we first started dating. He told me this story. I was like, I cannot imagine you pulling me over. I can't imagine you. I mean, you just don't have like an authoritative.
Thank you.
Aspect about you in any way.
I think I would have been one of the cool cops.
Yeah, you would have been letting everybody go, which is what Baltimore City needs.
I would have been pocketing all of the weed like every other.
You would have been a crooked cop, 100%.
Yeah, I would have ended up on that fucking gun task force. They would have had like somebody playing me in that show.
What?
In the gun trace task force.
What is that?
We watched the fucking
Live
show.
PD?
No, the gun trace task force with Officer Herschel and Officer. We watched it together. They were the crooked Baltimore cops. Josh Williams plays one of. Dude, I can't even.
When did we watch it?
Like 2 years ago on HBO. It was a limited series. They were the crooked cops.
All I needed you to tell me was that it was on HBO.
Okay.
And when we watched it. So I could file that in my brain.
I think I would have been a pretty cool cop, as a matter of fact. Especially, I don't know how I would have done in the city. but I think I would have been pretty cool getting to work those lights. Then I got rear-ended by a cop. I told that story on this podcast before. I got rear-ended by a cop, and for a split second I was like, am I supposed to be a cop? Yeah, like, am I supposed to be a cop? Is this to get me back in? They're trying to get me on the force? The answer is no.
Which coincidentally does happen at the end of this movie.
Yes.
When he's upset because he hasn't made it in the police academy. He does all this shit. He fights the crime. He listens. Actually, you know what? He doesn't listen to the cop. He breaks the rules. And at the very end, the cop's like, call me.
Yeah, I mean, this really is whoever. I don't want to call up for violence upon anybody, but at the very least, whoever financed this film should never be allowed to do anything with film again. And quite frankly,
was it Netflix?
I don't have a pussy, but if I did have one and I was attracted to Jason Bateman, watching this movie, knowing that he accepted this movie, this role, would dry me out like the fucking Sahara Desert. Just so we're clear. Okay? Just want to be very clear.
He looks like he's as dry as the Sahara Desert. He looks like a dried up turtle that needs to have water splashed on it.
He does. His face kind of looks like that.
It's fucked to say that.
Chocolate.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's got wrinkles. He's got mouth wrinkles is what it is. He's got
and a
lines.
very sharp upper lip.
Oh, I feel like he doesn't have
upper lip.
Does he have an upper lip?
No, but that's what I mean. Like his upper lip is tucked in and it comes to a point like a turtle.
Mm-hmm. Well,
have you ever seen a turtle?
I know you were very attracted to him at one point. So,
well, I also used to have a turtle, so maybe it like came hand in hand in some weird fucking way. I don't know.
I wouldn't admit that.
Do you remember my turtle?
Yeah, I remember your turtle. I wouldn't admit that on the podcast, but
I'm not saying I was attracted to the turtle. What the fuck?
Jason Bateman, throughout the 1990s, Bateman struggled with addiction to alcohol and drugs.
No.
He stated in a 2009 interview, "I worked so hard by the time I was 20, I wanted to play hard. And I did that really well. It was like risky business for 10 years.
So
How
from
gay is
20
that?
to 30, the man was just partying?
Yeah, I mean...
Good for you. Weren't we all? Are we not all partying?
By the way, risky business. He's having sex.
We're partying right now.
Well, I'm not having sex right now, but I'm saying that unless you wanted to. No. Leave the mics on. You guys are about to hear 3 to 5 minutes of some smack and cheese sounds.
Smack and cheese.
Smack and cheese sounds, and then you're gonna hear me.
Oh. Hanko.
Whoa, how dare you? How fucking dare you?
That wasn't real. It was just a fake parody.
How dare you say I sound like Hank Hill when I come?
You sound like Hank Hill all the time. Like, sometimes you just be talking and I'm like, why does this man sound like he's Hank Hill?
Do you want to guess how much it cost to make this movie? Do you want to guess?
Well, there was airplanes and there was like scenes with people fighting around and there's like weird CGI effects. So I'm going to guess at least $5 million.
Oh my God, keep going.
$5 billion?
No, not $5 billion. No.
Oh, but we're in the middle still?
$47 million to make this stupid fucking movie. And this is how you know Jason Bateman is retarded. After reading the script, Jason Bateman signed on immediately. So he was impressed by the script.
He's never really been the bad guy. Is he the bad guy in Ozarks? We didn't finish watching that.
I don't know. That show, I couldn't get over that young girl's face. Not that I'm...
She's in The Wolfman, though, and you're going to have to sit by
Who does she play? The Wolfman?
No, she pays the wife.
She pays the wife. Jason Bateman's paying people's wives to bang them. 10 years of risky business.
That's right.
Risky business. Well, that's what Risky Business is. It's a good movie. This is Tom Cruise. I'm a huge Tom Cruise fan. On and off the screen.
Here we go again.
I don't care.
The Queen?
I don't care. I've had some more vodka. I don't care about Scientology. I think everybody should be a Scientologist. I don't care.
Don't say that.
What's wrong with being a Scientologist? It's no different than believing that a guy was in a cave for 3 days and came back to life and there was a talking snake. That's what I don't understand about Christian. No offense to any Christians listening, but
I think you're Catholicism.
It's all Christianity.
I know.
These people going like, oh, this man came back to life after he was nailed to a cross and died a slow death. They put him in a cave and then he was gone. But then they're like, yeah, but the fucking Scientologists believe that souls live in a volcano. And that those people are like, oh, it just doesn't...
Every religion has its own thing where other people are like,
Two of every animal lived on a boat in peaceful harmony, sailing the 7 seas of cheese for fucking... however.
7 seas of cheese?
Yeah, that's the Primus thing. But I'm just saying, like, how... I just don't understand that. I'm not even trying to be funny. How can these people who believe in one crazy set of things and then they turn their nose up at Scientologists and they're like there's fucking crazy pieces of shit. Now, I will say Scientology is like culture-wise is way more cultish. Because they make them do like the Sea Org and all that crazy shit. There's
weird shit happening with like your children and stuff. Like it's weird. I don't like that.
But. Yeah, but
there's weird shit happening
Christianity,
with the
there's weird shit happen with your kids because they're.
Please, I know.
Not only are they fucking them, but they also. I mean, like I don't have a foreskin. I had my foreskin taken from me.
Did you want it?
I don't. How would I know?
I don't think you'd want it. But maybe you would.
They mutilate these children's penises. I just don't understand it. I don't understand.
Wait, if we had a kid, would you do it or no?
I don't know. I don't want to think about a kid's dick. I don't know. I mean, I don't.
That's like a conversation we would have to have if we really did have.
I would do whatever you wanted to do, which is what I do.
I hate that. I hate that. He has no opinions about anything. He's just like, whatever you want to do.
Yep.
Because he knows that whatever his opinion, I'm going to disagree.
Right. Happy wife, happy life. I learned it early.
I've learned it.
Married. Well, feels like it. Guys,
we could get married at any point.
Yeah. Guys, this is the Weed Cap. So this movie sucked. I couldn't recommend that you don't watch it enough. I'm sorry if you guys didn't enjoy this episode.
It was also 2 hours long.
Yeah, it was a ridiculous. We watched it Friday night with the intent of recording afterwards. But as soon as we were done, we were both so disgusted that we had spent 2 hours watching this movie. We went to bed. It was literally like we turned the TV off and it was like, let's just go to sleep.
Also, like, I don't know why we didn't realize it was 2 hours long before we watched it, but I was sitting there like, it has to be over soon. We pause it. There's a whole hour left.
It was bad. It was a bad movie.
I'm trying to think at your own risk.
I'm trying to think of how we can do, like I said, we're going to try.
Are you going to tell them the movie that won? It was 50-50, right?
It was 50-50. We need to flip a coin.
We do need to flip a coin.
We need to flip a coin. Oh, yeah.
Do you want to flip my
Let me just pull my coins. Where's my paw? Let me get some coins out of his ass.
Bend over.
No, I don't know.
Flip an aquaphor?
No, I don't. I don't want to flip a fucking aquaphor. What does that mean, Lauren?
I don't know if it's
let's do
the Black Snake Moan, because Caleb hasn't seen that.
Yeah, I haven't seen that.
We've both seen Bushwhacked.
Yeah, that's fine.
Maybe, and also, that's a more intricate movie we can
discuss. Maybe we'll do both. Maybe we'll do a bonus. Maybe we'll interweave them.
You're talking a lot.
That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna interweave blacks.
We're gonna do both.
Yep, it's gonna be. It's gonna no. It's gonna be bush moan.
Bush snake moan.
I don't care about the snake. Bush moan.
Bush moan snake. Wait.
Why do you constantly do that?
You don't like bushes. That's fine.
I'm fine with bushes.
Okay.
I'm fine with bushes.
Oh, it's the snake part. I forgot.
I don't.
You don't like snakes.
Whatever. Guys, this was not a great episode. We apologize, but quite frankly, there's not much to talk about in this movie. And if I'm being honest, BG&E is just sticking in my craw.
You know what's sticking in my craw?
What?
Every fucking time you replace the toilet paper,
mm-hmm.
you fucking put it on the wrong way. And I'm not even kidding, because like I thought at first it was like, oh no, it's just like a weird faux pas, like just one.
What does that mean?
You put it on facing the wrong way.
There's no right or wrong way.
For toilet paper?
Yeah, there's no right or wrong way.
No, because if you put it on one way...
Let me tell you something. You should get on your knees and count your lucky blessings and pray to whatever God you believe in and thank them. And thank them that I even replaced the fucking roll of toilet paper. Okay?
You took my shot, bro.
Yeah, I took your shot.
You took my fucking
You're talking to me about toilet paper. I gotta get drunk.
Shot.
Yeah, so... I'm going to tell you that.
There is a right way to do it, and I bet you the people at home have an opinion.
Describe it. Describe one or two. Describe options.
You can put it on the roll so that the end comes like over, or you can put it on the roll so that the end goes under. And to me, the under is way too easy for it to get unraveled. You got to put it over. It's also easier to get off the roll that way. Caleb always puts it under, so...
I've had enough of this conversation.
Turn it off. End the fucking episode.
No, I'm just saying. That's what we're doing now.
We've had the conversation like 50 times and you never do it right.
Because I don't agree with it. You're right.
It doesn't make sense.
We've had the conversation where you go, "Hey, that's like that it doesn't no. You're then you know what? I just won't do it from now on. I just won't do it. You can do it and you can make sure it's done pristinely the way you need it done. Maybe we can frame it. We can
the toilet paper.
Maybe we can film a tutorial of you showing everybody at home.
I'd love to.
The right way to put fucking toilet paper on a roll. I mean, come on. What are we doing here?
There's no tutorial. Everybody should know.
Here's what I hate. I hate when I'm doing the dishes and you come over and bring more dishes and just put them on top of my hands in the sink. Like if I'm washing a mug and you bring a fucking plate over, you bring a fucking plate over and just sit it on top of my hands while I'm in the middle of washing.
You in the eyes.
Oh, it drives me insane. It makes me want to commit violence.
The craziest part is like if you're about to do the dishes, you should do a visual scan of the room.
You should be lucky I didn't become a cop, because if I was a cop and I came home and I was washing dishes and you fucking put a plate on me,
we'd have a fucking dishwasher in our own house by now. What are you talking about?
Oh, I think my job's way better than a cop. I make more money than like an entry
now,
level cop.
This has only been the last 2 years. You would have been a cop fucking 10 years ago.
Oh, well, excuse me. I'm sorry. I'm
There's
not a cop.
There's a wild animal running around.
I'm not a cop, guys. I'm a piece of shit.
Thank God he's not.
I'm not a cop.
Wait, what are you?
I'm not a piece of shit. I'm
You're
a cop. I'm a piece of shit. I'm a cop.
You're not a cop.
I'm not a cop. Which one is it? The vodka's kicking in. Guys, I'm trying to figure out how to do live shows. But hey, here's another thing. If you guys could rate the podcast and subscribe, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
Because I thought we were doing really good because we had 7 ratings. And then I looked at another podcast that had, I swear to God, I don't know how many.
Ratings on what?
On Spotify or Apple Podcasts. I didn't know.
Wherever you want to vote.
I thought we were doing good because we had 7 ratings. Then I looked at a podcast that had way less followers than us on Instagram, and they had 1,000 ratings. Shit. And I was like, fuck, that sucks. So
we get a lot of traction over on IG. We need it on the
if you guys could,
the platforms.
You guys could like and subscribe and rate. That'd be great. And join again the Weedcap Facebook group, which is going to be.
Should we make merch?
No, we're not making merch. We're not trying to sell these people anything. The Weedcap Very Good Social Club. Thank you very much.
We love you.
Thank you for listening. We love you. Next episode, Bushwhacked and Black Snake Moan will be better because we have things to say. I have
Bush Snake Moan.
I could do 2 hours of a solo podcast on Bushwhacked. That's one of my favorite movies. So, all right, guys, we will see you on Wednesday, and stay safe, stay stoned, and
watch movies.
Rate the podcast.
Don't watch this movie, though.
Bye.